Your boundaries piss folks off. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your boundaries piss folks off every single time. Every single time. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, don't cross that line. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, don't cross that line. See, fam, boundaries are all subjective, all right? You have some people who say, my boundaries is I don't have sex on the first night. Or my boundaries is people can't call my phone after, or I don't answer my phone after a certain amount of time or at a certain time of the night. I don't allow certain people to come over my crib or my home at a certain time of night. Y'all remember when Bernie Mac said, anytime a person called me after, I think he said 7 or 8, he was on the Oprah show. He said anytime family called him after 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., he don't answer the phone because it's a death wish. These people are calling for some money. And what you gonna do after 7 p.m. or 8 p.m.? You gonna tell them no? So he said, I don't even answer, right? And so that's a boundary. But that will piss folks off, all right? Some people boundaries are they don't eat certain foods. Some people boundaries are I don't party, I don't smoke, I don't drink. Everybody's boundary is different, all right? People have boundaries in relationships. They have boundaries in marriages, boundaries within their friendship. At this point, y'all get what I'm saying. Boundaries are paramount, and a lot of people who value themselves have them. And that's what people are really mad at. It's because how dare you have the nerve to value yourself? Yeah, I got the nerve to value myself. Yes, I have the strength and the courage to value myself. Yes, I got the bone in my body to value myself. Why is that? Because if I don't value me, you won't value me. So people who value themselves have boundaries, all right? People who have money or resources, they like, hey, my boundaries are I can give out maybe $500 a month, all right? Some people may be $5,000 a month. Some people may be $50,000 a month. But those are my boundaries. They're all subjective, but it's because they value themselves, what they've attained, achieved, or what they have. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? And so we're going to talk about this, right? Because right now you got family pissed off at you. Right now you got your spouse pissed off at you. Right now you got friends pissed off at you. Right now you got social media people who don't even know you pissed off at you. Why? Because you have boundaries. Yeah. You got boundaries. And so, fam, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video because y'all know it's a banger. But number one, y'all, leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. How y'all doing, fam? What you got going on? I'm all in your business. What you ate today, y'all? For me, the day is going by for me. It's a good day. It was a good day, I would say. Straight Ice Cube style. But yeah, man, it was a good day. No Muay Thai today, just more of a mental resting day, right? Y'all know I've been gone probably about 2 days, haven't posted in about 2-3 days. So I've been getting time for myself during my little break or whatever. So it's always good. Still in my calorie deficit, eating healthy. I had some rotisserie chicken with some salad. I said this on my other channel, but I got to say it for my foodies over here, y'all. But had some rotisserie chicken with some green salad. The greener the salad, y'all, the better it is. So for those who still on that iceberg, I'm telling y'all missing out. You get the real fiber, you get the real nutrients, you get the real chlorophyll when you eating that green plant, all right? The green plant. And I ain't talking about Mary Jane, y'all. I'm talking about the one that you eat that help you live longer. So, yeah, that's what I had today, y'all. And for the rest of the day, I plan on just eating fruit, right? But that's enough about your boy. Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know how y'all doing, what y'all ate, how y'all feeling. But let's go ahead and get directly into this banger, y'all. Number one, the reason why your boundaries piss folks off is because they've lost entitlement, all right? The loss of entitlement. They have lost entitlement. So, Reno, what do you mean by that? This is every big time rapper story, right? Every big time lawyer story. Every big time model, actor, whoever made it from rags to riches story. This is their story. What do you mean by that, Reno? Most times people feel like when they've grown up with you, since they taught you, since they changed your diaper, since you ate a sandwich at their house 5 to 10 years ago, since they gave you a ride from the bowling alley to your crib, that you owe them $1 million, or you owe them a position on the job just because you are the boss or you are the supervisor, the manager, right? Number one, let's just start right here. Are they qualified for the job? Are they qualified, or do they have the expertise to have the job, right? We could just start right there, number one. But the thing I want to really highlight is people feel that they are entitled to something that was never theirs. They feel entitled to something that was never theirs. Y'all remember the movie Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow, right? Lottery Ticket. When he got that lottery ticket, I understand grandmoms, right? Grandmoms is rightfully owed to it. And even though she's not technically owed to it, that's Grandma Dukes. You know what I'm saying? Grandma Dukes were here for me. Grandma Dukes love me. That's Grandma Duke. I'm going to take care of Grandma Duke. That's fine. But not the whole projects. Not the whole projects. And so everybody felt that they were entitled to that man's lottery ticket. You get what I'm saying? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I don't owe you nothing. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I don't owe you nothing. Once a month, y'all, we got to make these videos as a reminder, all right? When you have boundaries, people are going to be pissed off, point blank, period. But it goes right back to the loss of entitlement. People felt that they lost the entitlement of something that was never theirs. That's crazy. Number 2, triggering insecurity, all right? Triggering insecurity. So this is very similar to the Me Too movement. I'm not talking about the Me Too movement in terms of, who had to go through traumatic experiences. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When I say the Me Too movement, I'm giving it another, what we call it, definition. I'm giving it another definition. So, for instance, if a person says, I have a pool in my backyard, I just paid for the pool to put it in my backyard, and somebody else says, man, I want to get me a pool in my backyard, that's the Me Too movement, right? So now it's triggering insecurity for them. Man, why don't I got me a pool in my backyard? Man, what am I doing wrong? You know what? Let me go get this pool from my backyard. Me Too movement. A man or woman stating that they prioritize a mani or pedi, right? For the guys who don't know this, a manicure or a pedicure once a week. Here's when it triggers insecurity. Man, I ain't got me no mani or a pedi, since way back in 1992. You know what? I need to get me one. Why I haven't prioritized myself? Why haven't I did this? This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Triggering insecurity because of the Me Too movement, right? So your boundaries piss them off because you are triggering an insecurity with themselves. You get what I'm saying? And so the fact that these folks see that you value yourselves, they're trying to figure out, why is it that I don't value myself? And that triggers the insecurity because you place value on you. Number 3, disruption of expectations. Disruption of expectations. All right. So if you take it like this, y'all, a man who cuts his hair or cuts hair, he's a barber, so he cuts hair 7 days a week. But that same man says, you know what? I think I want to go from 7 days a week to cutting hair 4 days out the week, right? It's going to be some people who pissed off. Man, Gerard, man, you tripping, man. Man, Craig, you tripping, man. You know you're supposed to be cutting hair all 7 days of the week. But he's sitting here trying to reason with him to tell him, look, man, I still got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I ain't cutting. Man, no, man. No. We know what you're saying right now. Disruption of expectations. They expected for that man or that barber to cut hair 7 days a week. But he says, look, I got boundaries now. I want to spend more time with my fam. I want to spend more time with myself. I want to, do things that I love or do things that I like, right? Disruption of expectations. People will place expectations on you. Number 4, narcissism. Narcissism, y'all. Now, we talk about narcissism, a lot. Not so much, but we talk about it enough. Let me say it like that, y'all. I don't want to contradict myself. We talk about narcissism enough, and we've definitely spoken about it enough in the past, but I want to bring this back to y'all attention. People are real deal narcissists out here. Let me just read the real definition of what a narcissist is, or what the act of narcissism is. All right. It's a personality trait characterized by an excessive, often delusional sense of self-importance, a profound need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. They want everything to be about them. They don't care about nobody else. Reno, what are you saying right now? They don't care about your boundary. Well, I can't go to the baby shower, or I can't go to the family reunion, or I can't go to your party because, I'm fighting cancer. You think they care? No. Find a way to get here. I can't go to the meeting, or I can't arrive, or I won't be able to arrive to the event. I won't be able to slide through the most important day of your life because my baby is graduating as well. I got to be here for my child, or I got to do something else that's the most important day of my life. A narcissist don't care. Make time. Ditch your kid. Ditch your mama. A narcissist only care about their own self-importance, and they lack empathy for you. So you may say, well, Reno, why is it that they are acting this way? It's because a narcissist don't care about your boundaries. In fact, a narcissist work hard for you to extend your boundaries, to, overpass your boundaries. That's what a narcissist does. Number 5, y'all. I pulled a brother man from the 5th floor, y'all. I said number 5, but yeah, y'all. Number 5 is going to be this right here. Control, all right? Control. And so here's the thing, y'all. It is impossible to control someone with boundaries. You get what I'm saying? It is impossible to control someone with boundaries, because boundaries keeps them on a schedule, on a routine, in bounds. Like, even if you think about football, you know why there's boundaries? Because we have to keep everything structured and operational. If we don't keep things structured and operational, then people are going to be all over the place. Them football players may be in the stands. It's a reason why they got the stadium over here and it's surrounded, but it's not close to the field like that. It's a reason why they got these lines to keep the quarterback throwing the ball in a certain angle or in a certain diameter or radius. It's a reason why they tell them to run in this, within these yards or meters. It's a reason, because it's boundaries. You can't just do what you want to do. So for instance, y'all, let me break it down to you like this. Let's just say every weekend a woman get together with her family or her girls. Now, y'all know how I'm going to keep it real, ladies. I know them girls trips are not always 100, all right? But we're going to assume that you been 100, okay? I just want y'all to know that I know that these girls trips ain't always 100. Now, I'm assuming that my chosen ladies over here ain't moving like that. But these worldly females and worldly women who out here going on girls trips, I know what y'all doing on them trips, and we ain't gonna talk about it on this video. But anyway, let's just say in a perfect world, she going out on the weekend with the girls or her family. Guys, you prefer for her to be with her family. But anyway, if she does this every weekend, those are her boundaries off the rip. She telling you, on the weekend, I do this with my girls or my family. Now, as time progresses, she's gonna factor you into her program. I don't want to say program, right? In her schedule, okay? Because maybe you hang out with your guys and your family on the weekend. Y'all are gonna factor one another into y'all routines and schedule, okay? However, it's still boundaries. You don't just give up your personal life and your family and your friends and your hobbies because you got a man or a woman. You don't just do that. You don't just say, oh, well, forget that. Well, I'm here with you every day. We're going to be in this house every day. No, you still carry on your life. In fact, it is healthy to have a life outside of your spouse. But the point is that a person who's trying to control somebody, nah, you can't go with your girls. You can't go with your family. Once again, guys, this is in a perfect world, okay? These girls trips be something else. They be off the chain. But in the perfect world, though, all right? Assuming she's, walking in daffodils and sunflowers and everything is good. They having Virgin Islands. They're not even, ain't no real alcohol involved, just virgin drinks. We're going to assume that, fellas. But anyway, a man who's trying to control her is going to try to control her being with her family and friends. Same thing with a woman. A woman who's trying to control a man is going to try to control him from being around his friends and family. Okay? In the perfect world, all right? Some guys have terrible friends. I get it. But the point is, y'all, is in a perfect world, you can't control a person living their lives, all right? You can't control them. But fam, that's why your boundaries piss folks off, all right? Let's do a recap and then we'll get up out of here. But number 1, loss of entitlement. Number 2, triggering insecurity. Number 3, disruption of expectations. Number 4, narcissism. And number 5, y'all, control, all right? Y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie. Book a one-on-one session with your boy, and you can check out any one of my books. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.